My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2. We're going to depart into a new run, having unlocked the Underlegion in the last episode. Join with the mushroom folk of the Rottwood as they turn death and decay into victory. We'll make those our primary clan, we'll make our allied clan the Lunar Coven because, again, we've only played them once so far. We also unlocked 2 Pyre Hearts in the last episode, that was the Heart of the Pact. After playing a card from your allied and primary clan, draw an extra card next turn. Or Arkworth's Reservation. Once per battle, select the heart to gain 3 Ember. I'm going to start with the Heart of the Pact, not only because it has the keyword on it, draw, which is very important to me, but also because we have these 0-cost cards in the deck, so I feel like it's very easy to play a standard card from each class. From each clan, rather. Also, we have Covenant rank 3 now active. Totaling up to Merchant reroll costs are 50% higher and Purge costs scale 50% faster. Battles also have additional enemies from rank 2, and from Covenant rank 1, enemies are stronger, and we add additional random cards to the start deck. Finally, we have the champion of the Underlegion, Bolete the Guillotine. A polymath from the Wildwoods, Bolete would settle against the roots of the Fatal Elm with his books, a few old friends, and a flask of sap. Those dreams will have to wait. For now, caps must roll. And we also have the basic spell, Eager Conscript. 1 Ember to spawn 1. The spawn keyword says summon 1 fungi, so obviously summon X. Summon 1 fungi at the front of the floor, then trigger Rally for each one summoned. Rally is a condition trigger, which triggers when you play a unit card on the floor. Cool. The summoned unit is a 1-space fungi with 3 damage and 4 health, but also has Troop. Troop gains bonus attack and health rather, per stack. Additional troops stack on a floor additional troop stacks on a floor are added to any existing troop. Okay, so it's like an army in Magic the Gathering. When this unit loses health equal to the health granted by 1 stack, it loses a troop stack. Okay, makes sense. You can never fight just one shroom folk, apparently. So, let's demonstrate that to the enemies by leaping in here. Our base deck has 2 copies of Proliferate, a 1 Ember spell that consumes to propagate 2 on all units. Propagate just increasing the stat count of buffs on friendly units and debuffs on enemy units, except for dazed, which makes sense, because otherwise you could pretty much permadaze people, which could be a problem. Silver Strike, a 1 Ember card, deals 25 damage to the front enemy unit. On full moon, it deals the damage twice instead. And we have the Blue Banner unit, 2 size, 1 Ember, the Silent Sentinel. 0 damage, 40 health, but has the ability Spell Slam. With a cooldown of 3, restore to full health, and apply spell weakness 1 to enemy units. We've also got Seraph Eternus, Chosen of Entropy, at the end of the run, who will enchant our units with Sap 5 and add a Curse of Entropy to our deck on resolve. Curse of Entropy is a 0-cost Scourge, which is ephemeral. Applies Sap 4 to friendly units on all floors. Okay, so I just have to be comfortable sapping my own units, and then Seraph is irrelevant to me. Okay. Archeon, Scion of Savagery, is just Rage on Siphon, and Kale is going to be granting spikes as well. Okay. Cool. So I just don't want, like, backline flimsy attackers. I can deal with that. First off, how do I upgrade this guy? We have Bolete the Guillotine Headsman Edition. Would have Trample, as well as on Slay, friendly units propagate 1. Cool. There's also Bolete the Guillotine's Executioner Edition. On Harvest, gain Regen 1 and Rage 2. So both Regen and Rage are stacks that decrease per turn, but they're also things that would be easy to increase with Propagate. But also, if we can find a way to kill on Bolete's line, Bolete will become very, very healthy. So ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I want a frontline or a backline Bolete, because it's even changing their stats. The Headsman is 30 damage, 20 health, whereas the Executioner is 15 damage, 30 health. Obviously, the Headsman would go in the back line, would have the ability to trample through a couple of different enemies, hopefully slay multiple at the same time, causing multiple stacks of Propagate. Those stacks of Propagate ideally keeping the frontline unit very healthy. The fact that we have Proliferate really does make me feel like I could take Bolete the Guillotine. Or... they're both Bolete the Guillotine! I did this in the first game as well. I'm gonna click at this one. Ooh, guild marker. Merchant costs are reduced by 25%. So they were increased by 50% from the Covenant edition. And now I can reduce them by 25%. Admittedly, guild marker is very powerful. The first room card, played each floor, played each battle rather, is applied to all floors. I'll take the guild marker. So in the second area, Underlegion unit and Merchant of Magic. Oh, another Merchant of Magic, another Underlegion. Okay, so in the first area, I'll go Lunar Coven, Merchant of Steel, then Underlegion, Merchant of Magic afterwards. Hi, Adapter. One less energy per turn. I can do that. I can 100% do that. Okay, so it's going to be very important that Bolete is the character that gets the most kills. It's like I'll summon the rest of you, basically to get you out of the deck. It's full moon, so the Silver Strike will deal a bunch of damage. Let's get Spear Steward on this floor as well. Then 2 of the units are going to go down, so that's 2 harvests for the big boy. I mean, Witch Weave on this bottom line certainly seems appropriate. I would also like to take out the Collector on the top. Eager Conscript. So that'll put you at the very front of the line. Ah, right. I forgot to trigger the Heart of Pact. I gotta remember to make sure that I'm playing one from each of my clans constantly here. See, like, I can put an Eager Conscript here on the bottom line, but it'll just die. Oh, wait, but it dying is fine, because it's still a unit dying. Hell yeah. Bolete doesn't care about slaying enemy units. Bolete just cares about seeing things die. Typical mushroom behavior. Proliferate to reasonable effect here on the bottom line. Obviously pop another Spear Steward on the top line just in case it becomes relevant. You're gonna get back to full health here. Sure. That regen's not gonna last especially long, unfortunately. Ooh. Got another Proliferate for the bottom line here. Definitely gonna be dropping that. And now we win. And now we way more than win. Okay, so summoning little guys to kind of chump block with. When we chump block with those guys, we get to get the harvest benefit from them. Okay. I'm seeing some of this already. 125 gold, as well as a pack from each of our clans. Fertile Ground. 2 Ember to consume, spawn 1, and then spawn 1 more for each card in your consume pile. Yes. Yes, I can build around this. I can get a bunch of cards in my deck to consume just from upgrading them to consume. And then playing this at the right time is going to be insane. If I lose a troop stack, does that count as a unit dying? I imagine not. There's also Rot, 3 Ember to deal 15 damage and apply Decay 15. Decay, unit takes 3 damage per stack at end of turn, decreases each turn. Okay. And then Loam Coat. 2 energy to gain 20 health on a unit with this equipment. On resolve, they will gain regen 1, and... Huh? Is that on resolve, gain regen 1 and also propagate 2? Or on resolve, gain regen 1 when you play this propagate 2? If it was the second, propagate 2 would be above it in the line. I believe this gains regen and then propagates on top of that. Which actually, that's really good. For the Guillotine, that's just like playing a Proliferate every turn. I'm going to take Fertile Ground, but the other one's common, and I hope it comes back. Gravity, we unlocked this last episode. 1 Ember to deal 5 damage. On New Moon, ascend the unit. Sorry, on New Moon, descend. On Full Moon, ascend the unit. It's also Bloody Moon, deal 25 damage on Slay, gain 2 Ember, and Moon Pixie. Moon Pixie is really appealing here, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to take Bloody Moon. Yeah, I'm fine with it slaying targets for me. Good spell to upgrade. Check out the Lunar Coven banner. We have a Lunar Priestess, 1 Ember, 1 space. On resolve, add a Moon Ritual spell with Ephemeral to your hand. Moon Ritual phases, and then applies Conduit 1 to a friendly unit. Wait, so Lunar Priestess, you can keep the moon constantly in the right phase. I don't even need the other guy. Oh my god. Nightingale, you have stealth, and I could increase your stealth by a propagation, but I don't think that's necessary. Control over the moon is nice. It's just... I guess it's useful for the Silver Strike, at least, right now. Sure. Smidgestone, reduce size to 1. Unfortunately, I can't drop that on Bolete, who is the one who would really want that right now. Silent Sentinel, I could give you additional health and just use you as a very comfy defender for another line, so would it be Silent, the Lunar Priestess behind, and then a Spear Steward behind that? Nothing wrong with doing that, and in fact, I'm just going to distribute those upgrades accordingly. Actually, Lunar Priestess will always be summoned, so sure, you can have the damage. Reroll. Then I'd be able to take some new stuff here. Upgrade a unit with Endless. I don't know if I have any units that I want to allow to die and then to summon back. Endless, when the unit is when the unit dies or is eaten, return it to the top of the draw pile. I could reroll here. I think I hold off so that I have the ability to reroll and do a lot more in the Merchant of Magic in the next area. Especially because zero costing these Eager Conscripts is really good. Getting Consume on anything is really good for the sake of the Fertile Ground as well. These Witch Weaves with just, you know, some additional magic power is obviously great also. And I'm not even counting the spells that I might get at the end of this battle. The Flagellant's March. Dangerous flagellants attempt to ascend to your pyre. Fortunately, they can be their own worst enemy. Yeah, the Flagellant's going to be taking 20 damage at every resolve step. Enemy units enter with Titan Skin 1. Titan Skin 1 will defend them from my first hit of Witch Weave, basically. Because they'll take 1 less damage to it, so they'll take 0 damage. The reward's pretty good, though. I probably end up taking a little bit of damage to this, to be fair. But I'm okay with that. Alright, Bolete. We're in full moon, so I can do Silver Strike twice. Pop down a Spear Steward. We get to take out 2 of these enemies. Couple of hits here for Bolete. We already got someone up there to collect that. Spin Ritual. Phase. Apply Conduit 1 to a friendly unit. So I do want to phase. And hell, I'll apply Conduit 1 because, Bolete, you are a unit who is going to propagate a lot as well. And, in fact, I can use Witchweave now to kill one of the enemies. Titan Skin means they're taking 1 less damage, so now I need the Conduit, which gives me a magical power, to take out the backliner. Which makes my unit more powerful. I don't even have space for the Shield Steward, so it's definitely double up on the Eager Conscripts. Oh, proliferates troop as well. Get big! Oh wow, hang on. Losing a stack of troop does count for the sake of Bolete's harvests. I'm surprised by that. I mean, it makes sense flavor-wise because it's representative of there being multiple mushrooms standing in that one space. It's just mechanically, I would have assumed it wouldn't count as dead. Or having died, rather. I mean, I'm just going to gain more Conduit down here. It's so cool that Conduit's a stack that I can increase with that. That's actually great. Bloody Moon. These Witchweaves can be used for healing. Fertile Ground's only 1 at the moment. I still think I should use the Fertile Ground and just spawn another. Oh! Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, now it makes much more sense. The stack of shrooms right there. Getting flashbacks to collecting enough scrap metal to try and craft up to a towering pillar of hats in TF2. I was never satisfied with only my modest pile of hat. Okie dokie, we can spawn, and spawn. We've also got Witchweaves to be able to take out the back liner. I mean, yeah, this is exactly how we want this to go. First off, absolutely get him. I'm also going to turn this down so I can see the resolution here. So yeah, we got 2 harvests just because we lost 2 stacks of troop. Okay, yeah, this is definitely the combo here. I mean, one of. Famously, this game and series is absolutely chock-a-block with combo. You know, gaining the trample, like the other upgrade path that we ignored previously, which would have trample as well as on slay propagate, that would actually be really good on top of this as well. Another 125, thank you. Oh, Grow Room. All units propagate 1 at the end of turn. There's also Glow Up, a 1 Ember spell, advances the unit and then propagates 2. And Cheery Deathcap, a 1 Ember, 1 size Shroom unit, on summon, applies Decay 7 to all enemy units. If I was about to go to a Merchant of Steel, maybe. But I'm going to take that Grow Room. Propagating 1 at the end of every single turn sounds good to me. I will say, I have the ability to constantly be in Full Moon, so Silver Strike actually slaps? Meddler gives us the ability to phase and moon phase, but the thing is, again, with just the Lunar Priestess, I've got that covered. And that also gives me Conduit, so... Bloody Moon. Yeah, I'm going to take Silver Strike. A 3rd copy. Why not? Underlegion Bannon. We have... Oh! Okay. Underlegion Banner. Squad Leader. 1 size, 1 cost unit. It's a Shroom. Squad Leader. Grants Trample to Fun Guy. True adds 2 additional damage per stack. I don't really want my Fun Guy to be the killing units, necessarily. Oh my gosh. Cluster Colonel. 2 Ember, 2 size. Armor 10 on Resolve Spawn 4. That's at the end of every turn. Interesting. I mean, that's a much better unit to put behind Bolete. Let's head to the Merchant Magic. Super upgrade a spell. Searchstone, upgrade a spell with 20 additional magic power and consume. Yep, I do want to make my spells consume. So I'll just pop that on Witchweave. Lower the cost of something. I mean, these Silver Strikes being 0 cost is obviously very appealing. Bloody Moon lowering its cost, obviously also very appealing. I'll take that first, actually. Surgestone on a Witchweave. Twinstone gains Spell Chain. Ephemeral copy added to hand. Okay, an ephemeral copy of Fertile Ground would be insane. Because it would count the previous consumed one. So I'll do that, and then I need to lower the cost of this card. Definitely re-rolling here. Holy Stone, healing the buyer equals to the spell cost. Yeah. Just don't let the Spire get hit in the first place. Smolder Stone! Upgrade a spell to have -2 cost, but gain Consume, and then Eternal Stone. Permanently remove Consume. I like that. I do. But do I really want to remove Consume from things? Also, I don't have anything with 2 costs that I can do that with. I can't put it on Fertile Ground because Fertile Ground already has the Consume keyword. Holdover. That's pretty good. You don't turn down Holdover. Holdover's a lot of consistency, gives me a card every turn. You know, I could remove Consume from Proliferate and then make that Holdover. Propagate 2 every turn once. That, honestly, that doesn't seem that good. 10 additional damage on one of the Silver Strikes certainly seems a good idea, though. Deals that damage twice, you see. Yeah, I don't really want to hold over any of these. This is wild. I guess, like, double stack I would have taken, putting that on Fertile Grounds. I don't want to remove Consume from any of them either. Strange. Alright, Celestial Alcove. What have you got for me? Yes! It's him! A mysterious robed figure steps beside the tracks. Here to bring aboard a wandering hitchhiker? The mystery man asks. I must warn you, the stranger continues, my presence comes with certain burdens, but once I recoup my strength, I will make it worth your while. Will you invite this mysterious stranger aboard the train? Absolutely, Dante! You are my best friend. Why would I leave you out in the cold? Dante the Dependable. 2 mana, banner unit, has 2 size. On summon, add a permanent Dante's Candle to your deck. Then gain a stack of multi-strike for each blight card in your deck. Oh boy. Well, see, the thing about that is he's not gonna do much damage. Oh boy. Cluster Kernel on the same line. I don't turn down Dante as a thing, but it doesn't. I have no reason to take Dante right now. I'll upgrade you, whatever. Come along. The mysterious stranger steps aboard and tips his hat towards you. Thank you. This will be much nicer than walking all the way there. Oh, that's right. This guy had that voice. No, thank you. I would like to go on your train rather than walk all the way there. Hey, mysterious magical man. Understood, understood. Removing a card from your deck? No, thank you. I guess we're going to Archeon, the source of Scion savagery. Bolete the guillotine on the bottom line 100% of the time. I'm not going to pop Dante on that bottom line, and I may not even summon Dante this back. Well, see, the thing is, I do want to summon Dante because the collection of the Dante's Candles, which is a unpurgeable 1 Ember Blight. If I keep it in my hand, my fire takes 3 damage. Those are also the source of his multi-strike. That said, I don't have to summon him at the start of the fight. Nothing said that I have to summon him at the start of the fight. Oh, hell yeah. Silver Strike ready for the bottom line. Got a Witch to Weave. Should I propagate now? Proliferate, that is, rather. I'll save that, I got room. The enemies take down both of my troops. I take down both of them and summon 4 more troops. Oh, it's only just begun. Bloody Moon can take out the Savage Spearman in backline here. We're going to be giving a lot of rage to Archeon, but thankfully I have a chump blocker, so I don't really care about that at all. Moon Ritual to set up for Silver Strike double hit. Spear Steward's definitely going on the next line. Set up a couple more harvests. If I can give Bolete Sweep or Trample or some way of propagating that damage, oh boy, things are gonna get nutty in here. Eager Conscript and Proliferate certainly seems the turn. I could get out both of the stewards, but I could also not do that. I feel like I might enjoy that a lot more. The Silent Sentinel could also be giving spell weakness to Archeon. There's no real reason not to. Except that I can now heal the Silent Steward from more damage. At end of turn. Okay, it does it at end of turn. Got it. Moon Ritual. And now the Silver Strike is set up. I mean, the thing is, Dante the Dependable does need to be played. Dante at your service. Maybe if I can give Dante a harvest trigger, I can then also justify going for capacity as one of my boss relics. I could maybe see that. Shield Steward to defend us on the top line here, definitely. I don't want Dante to die if I can avoid it. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact that that top line was going to get through. Oops. Granted, it's 4 damage to the pyre. I'm not so worried. Gotta proliferate backwards. Nice! Now we don't even have the troops die. Get him! Moon Ritual at every resolve phase. Oh, so powerful. Also, by this point, Bolete has enough regen to full heal between enemy attacks. Hell yeah. 150 coins, as well as a rare card, a unit draft, and a major enhancement. Spike of the Legion. X cost to consume and propagate 2x times. There's also the Stardust Invocation. We had this in the last run. 1 Ember to consume, then phase, and also create an ephemeral copy of a card in your hand. Sorry, spell, rather. And finally, Tidal Turning. 3 Ember to consume, restore 20 health to friendly units. Healing over max health applies armor instead. Oh. A bit of armor gain for our backliners. Realistically, that's not very good for Bolete, nor for the fun guy. It actually protects them from the deaths that I need. I'm going to take Spike of the Legion for exactly the reason you might think. It'll be very powerful on Bolete, especially after we get the conduit on them. Yeah, 3 units here. Prickly Puffball. 1 Ember, 2 size unit. On Revenge, applied to K5 to the attacker. Has 35 health, 0 damage. We also have 1 Ember, 2 size Amorous Inoki. On Rally, apply Regen 1 and 1 additional health to friendly units. So that's every time a unit guard is summoned onto that floor, which triggers every single time a troop is summoned. And there's also Nightingale. So I could take Amorous Inoki, right? But Amorous Inoki, realistically, what does it provide for me? It provides additional health and survivability. That's not my problem. My problem is primarily damage right now. I don't think any of these are really appropriate for my deck. I could, if I really wanted to, just make a sacrificial line with a Puffball elsewhere if I wanted to. I could go for the 2 additional capacity. We could have the Cluster Kernel and Bolete and Amorous Inoki all on the same line, and then we could get a bunch of regen on those units and a bunch of additional health. It's just... realistically, I want those units to die. I don't want them to be healthy. I don't want them to regenerate. The only one that I want to have survive consistently is Bolete. And then Nightingale's there threatening to do multi-strike on the new moon, which is the phase that I most often avoid for the sake of my silver strikes. Prickly Puffball? Maybe just put you on a line by yourself? It's possible, but you will kill a lot of units like that, and I don't want your harvests to do that. Gosh, I think I go money. I think this is much more justifiable as well, because we already picked up Dante, so I have another unit ready. I have one more unit than the game is typically expecting me to have right now. Limbo's Solace, draw an additional card, Heaven's Light. Heaven's Light, realistically, is the ability to put Dante on the same line as Bolete, but the thing is, Dante has no power right now. Dante is an investment in a far-off future. What do I want right now? Draw, obviously. Forgotten Boons takes us to the left side with a Celestial Alcove as well as a Merchant of Trinkets and a Light Forge. Definitely the direction we're going here. Over healing 4 health to our pact. Light Forge. Okay. Bolete the Guillotine with Trample and Slay. Friendly units propagate 1, which does include themselves. Bigger execution of a Bolete is nice, but because Bolete is not being hit at the start of the fight because the fun guy is sacrificing themselves instead, I do think I really need the Trample. It allows us to project our damage a lot further. Celestial Alcove, something surprising to be found within the fog. I probably want to go there for... Well, actually, no, I can look at the Merchant of Trinkets. Silent Sigil. When it becomes New Moon, apply armor 10 to friendly silent units. That will happen every turn. Oh, Crown of the Eternal at the start of turn, fully healed champions. Realistically, Bolete already does that to themselves. Dante is a Dante-type card, not a champion, unfortunately. Deepwood Oil, equipped units gain armor 10. Armor's not really relevant. Are any of my units actually silent? Silent Sentinel is. Lunar Priestess is Celine, unfortunately. I don't think I care about the Silent Sigil. It would give 10 armor every turn to the Silent Sentinel, but the Silent Sentinel also does not care. Every 3 turns, the Silent Sentinel can full heal themselves. So I'm probably going to be re-rolling in the Merchant of Trinkets. I almost wonder if I should do that first. Yeah. Yo. Unit cards without upgrades cost -1. Dante. Colonel Cluster. In the attic. Oh, absolutely. Purified Soul Shard. And there's also Sap Suckling Spring. Shroom units apply Decay 1 to enemy units on summon. So Colonel Cluster is summoned, but summoned at the very start of the fight. The fun guy that you summon are they shroom type cards? I don't know. I'll come back. I'll come back and see that again. We'll go to the event now. Oh! I recognize you! These two are the characters from Inkbound. You come across a strange inkwell portal rippling in liquid ink. 2 mysterious figures stand before it. This world is certainly unrefined, Nip. That just means we can give it our signature touch, Finn. They exchange a knowing glance. Several vestiges emerge from the portal, each pulsating with unfamiliar energy. Do you take one of them? There's the Clepsydranium. Friendly units gain Conduit 1 on Slay. Huh? That sounds pretty good. There's Nim's Oath. At the start of turn, apply Dazed 1 to the front enemy unit on a random floor, so they won't be able to use their action or resolve. Pretty cool. And Wallow's Bloodletter. Friendly units get 12 additional damage, deal 1 damage to friendly units each turn. I mean, that's nice. if I have a way to benefit from taking that damage, which I don't at the moment, I'm going to take the Clepsydranium. As you take one of these vestiges, you realize that you can carry a power that is not of this world. You look up to the two figures. They give you a wink. May the ink guide you on your journey. And also with you. Merchant Trinkets, I will grab that Sapsuckling Spring. There's also Razor Thin Crescent. Mage Blade applies an additional damage per stack, and Mage Blade is 1 additional damage for each magic power on this floor. I just still not encountered Mage Blade anywhere, so I don't think I should take that. Also, saving some money is always a reasonably good idea. Penance Seekers, 1 less energy. Honestly, 1 less energy is still kind of fine. The worst thing about having less energy is not being able to play the candles and not being able to play my units, but my units cost 1 less now. Give me the money. Give me money! Alright. Bolete! Cluster behind. Sentinel next. Priestess. Shield Stealing. And that's it for now. Alright, so I can use this Bloody Moon to take out the Profane Supplicant in the backline, as well as set up for even more damage. Definitely going to be what we do. It's also full moon at the moment, so I can use both of these Silver Strikes as good setup as well. Eager Conscript, so we have... Oh, wait. Troop, Fungi, and Shroom. It does count as a Shroom. The enemy got decayed. Hell yeah. I mean, I could or could not use Witch Weave. It won't really matter. Ooh, Grow Room for this bottom line seems really good as well. Gonna have to use Witch Weave to take out their backliner, I believe. Conjure 1 to another friendly unit's actually really sick, because then both of those are going to be propagating from the Grow Room, so it's twice as much conduit gain. I'm going to play out Dante's Candle as well. Yeah, 2 really big healthy units is pretty difficult for Bolete to deal with at the moment. So that's really where spells come in, but unfortunately we didn't really have many spells here. Alright, Dante. Done time for you to do something for us. I think I'm gonna have to use Silent Sentinel here as well, so that I've got spell weakness on the Fallen Executioner in the backline, so that I can try and take some additional health from them. I don't think I'm killing them before they get up to the top line, unfortunately. I could summon a Conscript on this line. That would be the unit to die, and also I would be able to decay the enemies, but then also I would get sapped, so Dante would do significantly less damage, so we probably don't end up taking out the Adamant Shield Bearer if I do that. So I'll just throw this on the bottom line again. Also, Heart of the Pack just triggered. Again, I keep forgetting to... Despite the fact that that's what matters most to me, I keep forgetting to draw cards. What is going on with me? Oh boy. Even more of them I see. That's unfortunate for me. Definitely going to be taking some fire damage right now. Both from the Fallen Executioner as well as from the fact that I've got these two tolls in our deck. That's okay. What's 9 damage? There we go. Bolete is now appropriately trampling all of the enemies. I need to get you to that position much earlier, though, because it is terrifying. I have to wait for you to get there. Bloody Moon on the top line gives me the most energy I'll have. Suppose I'll give you that. Definitely don't need any additional healing. I guess you can take that. Although you will have a full heal by the time it's relevant. Okay, so you can take the heal then. Alrighty then. Looks good. Let me drop that Dante's Candle. I'll witch weave the backline. Both of them. Hey, and now we can even keep the fun guy alive. Ajax the Unyielding. I'm sorry, buddy. These mushrooms are too much for you. The more I think about it, getting some additional max HP on Bolete does actually sound like a really good idea. But only on Bolete. I don't want the other characters to get it. Oh, okay. First off, adorable. Truffles. A 1 cost by default, 0 cost at the moment due to our Purified Soul Shard. 1 cost, 1 size, Shroom with the ability of Fetch. Cooldown of 3, add a random equipment with Ephemeral to your hand, and apply -1 Ember. I imagine to the cost of that equipment, not to you. Cheery Deathcap, we saw you before. On Summon, applied to K7 to enemy units, as well as another one because you are a Shroom and we have the Sap-Sucking Spring. And then finally, an epic rarity card. 1 Ember Consume spell called the Tome of Overgrowth. Apply the ability Evergrowth to a friendly unit. Evergrowth has a cooldown of 1 and allows a unit to apply Regen 3 and Sap 3. Interesting. Do I care at all about that? It gives me the ability to apply regen to other units on the floor where I'm also going to be propagating, so that's a way to give regen to like the fun guy. But the thing is, the fun guy lose a stack and max health when they take damage, so they don't really have the ability to regen effectively. I mean, just having a line where I can summon Cheery Deathcap by itself seems okay, except for the fact that Bolete the Guillotine is going to miss out on seeing all of those kills. Alright, Truffles. come along. Glittering Draft, a 1 Ember Consume spell, restore 20 health and apply Conduit 4. There's also Lunacy, X cost, phase X times, and apply 1 X Conduit, and then finally Cover of Night. Face the New Moon, apply 5, and Stealth 1 friendly units. It's either Glittering Draft or nothing here. With the ease that I can give single stacks of Conduit to units, it's nothing, I think. Oh? More Dante? More Dante! The robed hitchhiker approaches you.
Ah, feels good to have my candles burning once more. Now that my magic has recouped, allow me to do something for you in return.
Which favor would you like the hitchhiker to grant you? Harness Candles. Gain Dante's Inferno. A 2 Ember spell that pierces and consumes. Deal damage to enemy units on all floors equal to 10 times the number of Dante's candle cards in your deck. Cool. Or reduce the burden. Gain Dante's Candelabra. The Pyre gains Titan Skin 2, meaning it takes 2 less damage from each instance, which means I don't have to play the Scourges. I'll take that, because I really want to still control where I kill units, so Dante's Inferno is not going to do that for us.
And take this. It will allow your pyre to withstand my candles.
Will it? It'll make it hurt less, but not at all. Merchant Arms, Celestial Alcove, and... see, thing is, I do like Merchant of Steel, right? That's going to be one of the primary ways that we can actually make Dante truly dependable. Also, double stack for Cluster Kernel, so the ability to spawn 8 at the end of the turn instead would be insane. Obviously, just getting some additional health on Lunar Priestess as well, quite nice. Another Lunar Coven unit. I probably don't want a Lunar Coven unit. The only thing is I have to increase their cost when I upgrade them, and I'm not really ready to pay upgraded costs right now. Heading over to the left, I could get a piece of equipment that could make Dante much more dependable. Yeah, let's do it. Oh boy. Mushy Room. 1 Ember, Room card. Apply Sap 3 to enemy units at the end of combat. Sure. Overgrowth Carapace. 2 Ember. Equipment. On resolve, gain 1 capacity. And 20 health and 20 damage if there is any capacity available. And then finally the Hall of Mirrors. 2 costs. Another room, -2 to the capacity of the room. However, create a copy of friendly units on summon. I mean, that a Hall of Mirrors floor that just has Cluster Kernel on it, it would be insane. The only thing is I can't also fit Bolete on that floor, unfortunately. Upgrades and equipment or a room to be joined in the deployment phase. I mean, getting Grow Room in the opening hand is ideal. I don't really want any of those. Overgrowth Carapace. Actually, Overgrowth Carapace for Dante the Dependable, and then put Dante on his own line, literally just to catch anyone who goes past me. So Dante can grow 3 times, so that's plus 60, plus 60. That's kind of funny, right? That's kind of fun. Just a single Dante line, just Dante heading up the rear. Let's do that. It's also removing cards from deck, combining. I will be removing 2 cards here soon. I have no equipment to combine. Okay. I probably come back here and reroll, but I'll decide that later. We'll head to the alcove. Event designed by Richard Garfield. I saw him give a talk in Australia recently. Actually, the talk was Richard Garfield in conversation with Daniel Mullins. It's particularly interesting. The train stops before a peculiar kind of workshop overflowing with wondrous boxes. 3 boxes stand out from the clutter, with a sign below them which reads, "It isn't the trip, it's the journey. If it isn't the gift, it's the container." Respectaculum. Do you take one of these unique boxes? Small gift box. Oh yes, I remember this event from the demo. Small gift box. 0 ember, consume. Add all 3 contained spells to your hand. So I could have that contain, well, I mean, 3 copies of Witchwood. It's a consume spell. I probably want it to contain Fertile Grounds. And then some 0-cost consume spells, because then I could just spawn a bunch of dudes. Although realistically, I need Fertile Ground to lower its cost first. There's also Jack in the Box. 0-cost bannered unit. This is important. It's a blue bannered Jack in the Box. 0-cost, 1 size. On resolve, summon a boxed unit. So at the end of every turn, it will just summon another unit for us. So it can summon the Colonel Cluster and Dante the Dependable and Luna Priestess all on the same line behind the Bolete the Guillotine. That's pretty appealing. The only problem is they'll all be in the box, so I won't be able to upgrade Dante, so I'll just have to deal with Dante's cost, or Dante's power only being from Overgrowth Carapace. Oh no, but if Dante's in Overgrowth Carapace, I won't be able to use you. Damn. And the final one is Large Mystery Box. Add a random card to your hand each turn. Oh dear. I do really like Dante on his own line with the Overgrowth Carapace. I want to lean towards that staying. So I think I'm going to go with spells. Yeah. Oh, but then I have to put Fertile Ground in it, and then... You know what? Large Mystery Box. Random card each turn, please. As you take the box in hand, the others disappear. You will never know what they might have held for you. Unstable vortex. I know that I don't have enough space to run Shield Stewards now. The bottom line is Colonel Cluster and our leader, Bolete. Top line is just Dante. Middle line is Luna Priestess with the Silent Sentinel and a Spear Steward behind. So I know that neither of these Shield Stewards can ever be played. They'll still be drawn in my opening hand, though. And they'll be drawn from then on out as well. Yeah. I'm going to take the opportunity here to reroll. Interesting. Glass Cannon, Fragile. That's certainly a way to give Bolete more damage, but I don't want to make you fragile. You need to be able to take damage. That's like a whole thing about you. I mean, I could give Fragile to Luna Priestess, but again, I don't need to risk that. Enchanted Chamber and Zone of Silence grant silence to non-boss enemy units. I mean, popping that on the same floor as Dante the Dependable could be fun, but Dante's our cleanup, so if a unit has a pesky ability, it's been using that pesky ability multiple times already by the time it gets to Dante. So no, I'm going to turn these down. I'll take the opportunity to remove one of the Spear Stewards from the deck. I now feel like maybe one copy of Eager Conscript can go. And one copy of Witchweave. They're low cost, but obviously I don't want them to be the entire density of my deck. I need to be able to draw towards things like my Overgrowth Carapaces and such. Next area we have Merchant of Trinkets up with Pyramanes as well as Unstable Vortex. Ooh, Empyrean Well and Merchant of Magic. That's actually going to be a tough choice. the front non-boss enemy in each wave gains reanimate 1. Yes, I would love the enemies to reanimate, because then that's more enemies I get to kill, which means more harvest triggers for me. The front non-boss enemy in each wave gains reanimate 1. Bolete. Grow room. Kernel cluster on the bottom floor in the grow room with the mushroom shield. Mushroom sword, sorry. I hate to get that wrong. I've got to get Dante on that top line by yourself. Oh god, does that mean I put Lunar Priestess on a line by herself right now? Yeah, because then I get my moon ritual constantly. Well, I just need not to let anyone get to the next floor. I don't know how that's going to go. Loan codes. Oh, that's the random one from the large mystery box. Got it. On resolve, gain regen 1 and propagate 2. I mean, that's not bad for Bolete, to be honest. We're already in full moon, so I can use both of these silver strikes. Dante's Candle is only going to do 1 damage to my thing, but I don't care about score, so sure, do that 1 damage. Perfect. Spawning pods consumed to spawn 4. Neat. Truffles, you go on the next floor. And Silent Sentinel goes in front of you. Truffles, fetch me an equipment. Oh, lava armor, it costs 0. Hell yeah. Revenge, apply 3 Pyre Gel to the attacker. I could put that on the fun guy, honestly, because it will be relevant. Yeah. We'll equip you. Incants on this line will sap our units, unfortunately. I'm still gonna do it. Yeah, because I can totally take that unit down, is the thing. I'm even gonna blade the Dante's Candle. So we've got defense for the next line already. Also, at the end of this turn, we are going to summon 4 troops. Those troops are shrooms. They're going to give 12 decay to the sharp-eyed sniper in the back line. So the sharp-eyed sniper should die at the end of this turn. It doesn't say that they're going to, but I think they do. Yeah, you've got the decay. Oh, it applies the decay to the enemy after the decay phase would have triggered. So they would die at the end of this turn. Interesting. Bloody Moon, we also got Unearthed Treasure from the large box. Unearthed Treasure, 1 Ember, consume. Draw 1 random spell from your consume pile that isn't Unearthed Treasure. If there are at least 5 cards in the consume pile, draw 1 more. Only 1 card in there at the moment, so you know what we need to do? Consume. Certainly feels like time for the Bloody Moon. I can't really consume that many cards. Maybe I use Fertile Ground twice this turn. It's basically the same as just using my conscripts, though. Okay, I'm gonna proliferate, unearth. We did get Witch Weave again. Just gonna spam those units down. Yeah, more troops. Spawn more of them and let more of them die. Okay, finally we have the overgrown Garapiths for the top line. Finally. I just want to see it happen, damn it. We're in the right phase, so the old Silver Strike. Take down the frontliner, and then the rest of them go with. I'm keen to use the Spike of Legion, I just also can't. Can't make time for it, can't make energy for it. Yes. Grow, Dante. Grow! Dante really up there embracing the spirit of the mushroom by growing large. Medla to Moon Phase? Not really necessary. Spawning pods, sure. I mean, obviously I'm not going to ignore them. Oh, troubles. Oh, another piece of free equipment. Thank you kindly. Yeah, let's give 10 more health to the big boy. I would hate you to die for any reason. Even if you survive my bottom line, which I doubt. Seems totally appropriate that I doubted it. I have no real reason to play any more cards here, so I'm just going to let this one resolve. The boy is so big! He's grown up big and unreasonably strong. Please, stop praying for my Bolete. He is too powerful. Easy 150 right there. Cheery Death Cap, Wax Cap. A new Shroom. One cost, one size. Summon, apply Sap 3 to enemy units. And then there's also Mushy Room for applying Sap. We already know why we're not doing those. Our lines are solved. Aurora Weaver. One energy Selene unit, one capacity as well. Has Moon Cycle, gain Conduit 1. Neat. Also Cosmic Bolt, attuned, multiplies the effect of magical power by 5, deals 35 damage in cover of night. I'll be skipping those. I don't think any of those are more valuable than the money I would have to deny to get them. I mean, realistically, Pyromanes does actually offer something to me. It's just Merchant of Magic lowering the cost very specifically of Fertile Grounds makes it much, much more useful. Obviously, cost lowering on Spike the Legion as well, getting more consumed cards. Obviously, I've got Empyrean Well as well. That's what I should probably plan around. The fact that I can use the Empyrean Well to dupe a unit, I should plan towards that. So what do I want to dupe? Gosh, that's actually really hard. It could be Fertile Ground later, but it might not be. I'm actually hesitant to dupe any units right now. Maybe I go to the Trinkets. Units get an extra upgrade slot. Now that's interesting, because due to the Purified Soul Shard, I don't want to upgrade my units at all. So I can either get 0 upgrades on Dante or 3 upgrades on Dante, and I think 0 is probably more impactful right now. Circle of Cycles, restore 10 health to the lowest friendly unit on Moon Cycle, doesn't really happen. Twisting Mycelium, on turn start, spawn 1 on each floor per 20 cards in your deck. That's pretty good. It's just going to spawn one each floor, though. But that's fine. Reroll. At the end of a turn, if it's full moon, spells in hand gain 10 magic power. That's fine. The first unit you summon each turn gains Conduit 4. Also pretty cool. The first time it becomes full moon each turn, gain 1 energy. These are all great. Definitely the Ori. Help me with my energy problems. Stardust Treat. Conduit 4 for the first unit I summon every turn. The first unit I summon every turn. I mean, realistically, that's just... A lot of the time, that's going to be 4 more magic power from Kernel Clusters summons. I don't really leave magic power spells in hand at end of turn. I cast them most of the time, so I'll take the Stardust Tree. And then for removing things... definitely feels like Witchweave is one of the ones on the chopping block here. So one line is Sentinel, Lunar Priestess, and Truffles. Okay, I don't have room for a Spear Steward in this deck. And I could remove another Witchweave, but realistically, it should probably be an Eager Conscript. I'm gonna have to stay above 20 cards, though, just for the sake of the Twisting Mycelium, at least. Alright, Kale should not be a problem at all. One more Ember on the opening turn would certainly be helpful. But only really on the opening turn. And there's our Shroom to jump block every line for us. Thanks, buddy. Oh, thank you, Large Mystery Box, for the Deadly Variants. 2 Ember Consume spell applies Decay equal to 5 times Sap. I haven't really sapped anyone yet, so that's not really going to do anything for us. Ooh, the Misshapen Fiend deals Corruption 3 to the front unit when it dies, so that's all gonna go on the fun guy. Hell yeah. Perfect. Now I have the ability to push enough damage to take out the Nourishing Cherub as well, and I can even throw away Dante's Candle. So every turn, we'll end it in full moon, which means at the start of the next turn it becomes new moon, and then when I use the moon ritual, it goes back to full moon, giving us the extra energy. So we'll just get that every turn. Mitosis Cap. 0 Ember equipment. Okay. 0 Ember equipment gains 15 health. On Celebrate, which is when you defeat a boss, which will happen in this round, gain a permanent copy of this unit. Cannot be equipped to champion or cardless units. Do I want another copy of Dante? I think Dante's better off without that, though. You know, I'm actually leaning towards getting another copy of Truffles, maybe. That's just more equipment. You know what? I'm actually all on board. Let's do that. Truffles, what do you got for me? Bloodthirsty Blade. Realistically, this should go on someone who it doesn't really care. So, there you go. Fine. Now, I give Conduit to someone who hasn't got it, so that it will proliferate. Sorry, propagate. Let's throw a Silver Strike on this bottom line. That'll be enough to kill all the units. Good. Also going to Witch Weave to take a unit out immediately. Great. I do want my fun guy to be dying. I say as I save it. It's fine. Eventually, I do want the stack of troops to survive so that I can keep giving it conduit and building that. Yeah, we should already be there. Hawks. 2 Ember, Consume spell, applies 42 damage and decay 10 to all units. All units. I mean, Silent Sentinel definitely goes on the next law. Bloody Moon as well to take out a unit for us. I really need to lower the cost of Fertile Ground. I think I'm just going to play both of the Dante's Candles here. No need to take damage. I gotta remember it's important for Bolete to get as many slays as possible. So yeah, I should not even interfere with anything going on the bottom line there. Moonbeam deals 24 damage to the front enemy unit X times. There we go, we've got Heart of the Pact active, and I can Silver Strike you for some damage. Great, so now this bottom line should do much more propagating, as Bolete is about to slay 3 units in a single hit. Yeah. Yeah, this is working well. Deadly Variant is bound. Oh, right, Truffles. We should probably get equipment from you as well. What do you got, buddy? Mind Gauge. Reduce the cooldown of a unit by 1. Oh, well, that's actually kind of sad, because I could put that on Troubles, but then you won't have the mitosis cap anymore. Guess I'll just give that to the spell boy. Get rid of both the candles. I mean, it's still worth using the moon ritual. Is there any argument for going for capacity here? I just don't really think I need it. Realistically, it gives Dante the ability to grow. That's what it is. It gives Dante the ability to continue growing. I'm not sure that justifies it. Now, Overgrowth Carapace triggers at Resolve, which means that if the shroom ahead dies, then Dante should be able to grow. And then the shroom would be summoned again after that. Yeah, so we'll even be able to see how that resolves this round. Don't really want to do anything on the bottom line. I guess I will fertile ground twice. Bunch of troops. Okay, slow speed, top line. You kill. I fight back. Resolve phase triggers. Dante grows. Great. At the start of the turn, then the Twisting Mycelium will summon another in front. Yes, yes, you are very large. I am very proud of you. I mean, realistically, I have no benefit for doing anything here. Well, maybe I could have gotten something from the dog and then had a permanent increase from that. But I have no permanent triggers otherwise that I need to play around here, so if we've got the kill ready, we may as well just let it happen. A lot like that. Lunar Cycle Staff. On Moon Cycle, this equipment gains 1 damage permanently. Interesting. Also, Racking Pain. 1 Ember, deal damage equal to 3 times the debuff stacks on this unit. You don't really stack debuff that high. Tidal Turning, consumed to apply 20 health to friendly units. Healing over max health applies armor instead. I mooncycle twice every turn, so this will gain a lot of damage in not a lot of time. It doesn't seem to make sense to me to just ignore that. But also, I do have 2 truffles here who are going to be getting me ephemeral equipment with -1 cost. Never. Okay, I can't take equipment that I don't actually want to use. Racking Pain, though. Tidal Turning. I'll take Racking. Tidal Turn. I'm actually leaning towards the Ember here. It'll give me the ability to play the opening turn that I really care about. It'll give me the ability to deal with Spike of the Legion a lot better, Tidal Turning a lot better, the resources we get sometimes from Truffles a lot better, Overgrowth Carapace and Fertile Ground. Yeah. I'll take it. Merchant of Arms, Pyramanes, Armory. Yeah, it's definitely this side now. We've got our champion upgrade. Interesting. So increase the harvest triggers to gain regen 2 and rage 3 rather than regen 1, rage 2. Or increase the amount we propagate on Slay. So effectively, for every harvest, this is 1 more regen, 1 more rage. Whereas for Headsman 2, for every Slay, it is 1 more regen, 1 more rage. Except it also propagates to friendly units, so they gain bonuses as well. Specifically, the troops especially get a lot out of that. 150 coins. There's the Celestial Alcove. I'll look at the Merchant of Steel first. Upgrade a unit with multi-strike is one of my favorite things to do to a unit. Multi-strike, though. Oh boy, do I actually not have anyone who wants that? Oh, that would be insane. 20 additional health on a unit. I mean, that's pretty easy. We can pop that on Silent Sentinel or even the Lunar Priestess, honestly. Upgrade a unit with regen 10. No, I don't put that on anyone. I'm going to go to the Celestial Alcove, so in case I get a unit here, I'll have the ability... Well, actually... Do I want to put 2 upgrades on a unit so that if I get a upgrade from the Celestial Alcove... Okay. Silent Sentinel. Upgrade. The Immortal Stone for Endless. I don't think Endless is a good thing here. Realistically, Endless is just the ability to put Dante on the field multiple times. I don't think you can turn down Frenzy Stone when it's offered, so I guess I'm just giving that to the Lunar Priestess. It's too good not to. But also, she will have no health. God. What upgrades do I even actually want here? Like a bunch of damage for Dante? Giving Dante quick would be really good too. Alright. Event time.
The legendary dog made of bones bounces at you, its bone tail rattling together in an excited wag.
An exclusive and elusive creature that can cross dimensions as easily as he can catch a cursed stick.
You're blessed by his appearance.
However, life as a mythical adorable puppy is a lonely one, and the dog made of bones' tail droops,
and its little bony expression seems sad.
I've had the bone dog before. We've already gotten both of our celebrations, so we can't actually get the benefit out of that. I've already got 2 dogs on my board as well. Give me the pendant. You pet the bone dog. His expression lightens and places a gift in your palm. I can't just always mean myself into having as many dogs in the run as possible because that will set a bad precedent. I'm comfy with my 2 at the moment. And are they just adorable? I kind of want to hold on to my money again. Yeah, Merchant Trinket's in the next area. I'm just going to hold. A Penitent Prayer Stone is spawned on each floor. Has spike 6 and 0 to 200 health. That's really annoying. Discordant Heretic is going to add a Resolve Ruin. Yeah, that will actually kind of brick some stuff for us. It'll obviously kill all our truffles, as well as the Lunar Priestess. And Dante, before I can actually deal with it. Yeah, I'm not turning that one on, unfortunately. Grow room on the bottom line. Bolete. Cluster Kernel behind. Dante the Dependable goes on top. We get a Silent Sentinel protecting our Lunar Priestess on the midline and end our turn. Heavenfall. Oh, sick! 4 Ember, deal 84 damage to all enemy units. On full moon, deal damage on all floors instead. I've got a Dante's Candle in hand. It's already full moon. There's no incant triggers on the enemies here. Ideal. I think in the spirit of, like... That was a Silver Strike. No, in order to draw another card next turn, I'm gonna play something a little bit more standard. Yeah, so we get Heart of the Pack trigger here. Yeah, some of these units die at end turn. Oh, no, none of them do. They'd already taken their decay damage, I guess. Hello, Truffles. I know exactly where you go. Oh no, I don't have space for the other Truffles. Unless I kill my own fun guy. Which I kind of do want to do, I just also don't have the ability to target it right now. I could use Rot to do that. Moon Ritual to give you your first stack. Which we will take out the backliner for us. Truffles! Ooh! Swift Steel Dagger! Gives Ephemeral and Quick. I don't think Bolete actually does want to attack on a quick trigger. I think Dante does, but Dante also wants to grow with the other thing instead. I'd like to have the ability to use the Rot to kill my own fun guys so I can summon another Truffle here. I'm gonna do that. Void Armament. Yeah, I think I will use this one. Multi-strike and also on Extinguish, purge this unit from your deck. So I'm very much gonna keep Bolete alive, otherwise we literally lose the run. Best of luck, me. May as well give out that equipment though. Mulch. 0 Ember. Consume. Draw 1 extra card next turn. For every 15 cards in your deck, draw 1 more. Hell yeah. Draw 3 additional cards next turn. Love that. Overgrowth Carapace on Dante. I'll Moon Ritual my fungi. Giving us some additional energy here so I can play out 2 of the Dante's Candles, which I think will be our lean. I do want to take out the Discordant Parroting the back line. And that'll do it. I don't think I need to lay Spell Weakness the Bad Gladiator. I think I've got you under control. Just with Dante having grown next floor with the 6 multicast that he has now. Bloody Moon has the ability to take out a unit for us immediately as well. Moon Ritual will give us a conduit to get started with, as well as another energy. Tidal Turning, that's a lot of healing. Don't really need that armor though. Bloody Moon to take out this backline. Fertile Ground spawns 3 at the moment. How many other consume spells? I have a couple other consume spells, but not many that I can play for ease. Yeah, I think this is Fertile Ground twice. Actually, maybe Silver Strike should be involved as well. Because I really want Bolete to be able to slay some units. Which it doesn't look like he's going to do. Summoning another conscript would get the deformed Dewar down at least. Oh no, it's going to reanimate once. Okay, it's got another time to reanimate. Gosh. Yeah, I'm just going to throw down the armor here. So I think I might need it soon. Yeah, not many slays or harvests on this line, unfortunately. Well, actually, a decent amount of harvests, just not many slays because these avowed gladiators have 400 health. Sure, it's 375, but it's basically 400 health. Bloody Moon for the back line. Silver Strike is a good amount of damage here. Let's fetch some equipment. Oh, another Void Armament for multi-strike. I could purge a fun guy from the deck. What does that matter? It's cardless. It doesn't even go in the deck. Everlasting Light on strike, apply Valor 2 to friendly units. There you go, buddy. You got something to do in that backline now. And we'll drop 2 candles. Need a better way of getting through big guys. The full moon moon crescents just aren't cutting it anymore. Yeah, the Silver Strikes, rather. Silver Ink, consumed to apply Attuned and 3 additional magic power to the spells in your hand. I mean, it's neat, it's just not necessary. Heavenfall. 80 damage to all friendly units. All friendly? All enemy units, sorry. There we go. We got our Heart of Pact on. And I don't interfere with this top line, so we get to have Dante grow yet again. That said, if Dante is actually necessary, then I've already lost Bolete, and hopefully that's not the case. And it isn't. Get rid of the candles, of course. Which we've ephemeral. Might as well take out those. Perfect. Yeah, I foresee this going quite well against the final boss. Come on, Seraph Eternus. Mushroom Cloud, consume... Sorry, 1 cost spell, consume. Sacrifice 1 fungi. Deal 10 damage and apply DK 10 to enemy units. Yeah? It's only 1 that you have to sacrifice, right? Oh wait, does that sacrifice 1 true? Well, I think it's better to find out. Oh, finally we see something with Mage Blade on it. Moonlit Glaive, 1 Ember, 5 damage, equipment. Mage Blade 3. So 3 additional damage per stack of magic power on the floor. Cool. There's also Planetarium and Aurora Weaver. Definitely don't need those here. I'll take the money. I suspect I'm going to the right. Although upgrading a couple of spells would be interesting. What would I even dupe, though, if I was duping? I guess I could just dupe another easy to consume Witch Weave for the sake of the Fertile Ground. I could even just dupe another Dante's Candle for the sake of multi-strike on Dante.
Merchant of Arms.
Combine 2 pieces of equipment into 1. So Dante, you are going to be wearing the Overgrowth Carapace. Could I be possibly entreated into giving you something else? Probably not Bloodthirsty Blade. You really want to have that earlier and for it to be large now. Not getting large now. Okay, Shroomponics. At the start of turn, friendly units propagate 1. Yes, we are going to be taking that. Breath of Heaven. Advance the back enemy unit when it enters your train. I think so. That'll give a lot more control over Bolete being able to slay and harvest at the same time. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. I don't have the ability to do that. When you play 3 different kinds of card in a turn, draw 1, gain 1. Yep, especially with the Scourges in the deck, that'll happen commonly. Kingdom Tears increases healing from spells by 10. And Artificial Firestone, 3 additional Deployment Ember. I don't need additional Deployment Ember. So, it's definitely Merchant of Arms now. I don't care for any of those, so I'll reroll in this shop as well.
Void Armament.
I can give another multi-strike. Also, Extinguish, purge this unit from your deck. I don't know about that. Also, the combined equipment of that and the Overgrowth Carapace would cost 5 to cast, which is a bit much. A bit much, actually. Oh, hang on, I just figured it out. It's Merchant of Trinkets. We will take that Artificial Firestone, thank you. And then I go to the Merchant of Arms. And Overgrowth Carapace, you are now deployable. So in the first turn, I place that on Dante the Dependable on the top line. Now that is dependable. Empyrean Well to dupe something. I mean, I could get another deployable Overgrowth Carapace, but I don't know who else holds it by itself. Realistically, the answer is just like another Dante's Candle. Get another multi-strike, buddy. You deserve it. It's so good that I'm going to have just a chump blocker every single turn. Dante, top line. By yourself, thank you. Here's your Overgrowth Carapace. Get big. You have 8 multicast. So every resolve phase, you will gain 1 size. You can do it 3 times, gaining 20 damage and 20 health. That 20 damage is applied 8 times, so it's 160 damage each turn. In terms of what's actually represented on the board. There's our lines. Thank you, troops, for turning up to defend us here. Obviously, Truffles goes on the midline there.
Enthralled Ardent
Has incants. Grants non-boss enemy units 5 additional damage whenever I play a spell on this floor. Woof. There are spells I do want to play on that floor. Well, I suppose if I kill it immediately, probably doesn't activate. Bingo. Spike the Legion now. I mean, propagating 8x right now is not bad. It's a bunch of rage and regen. Realistically, it's 16 additional damage on Bolete. Bolete is currently not even killing any of these enemies. They're dying currently just to decay. I think I test some other spells this turn. I'm going to use Proliferate. Then Mushroom Cloud. Okay, so that will just kill one stack of them. And then I'm gonna Witch Weave there. Spiked Legion could propagate Conduit on that top line. Really not relevant. Truffles gives me Stoic Plate Mail. Ephemeral, silence the unit and give them armor 60. If I silence the troop, what the hell happens? It can't show me with the hover over. Strange. Guess I'll just get rid of that card. Should I put Stoic Plate Mail on someone? I don't feel like I should. Hey, backline unit pushed to the very front, and that's the one that's granting silence, so thankfully I'll be able to kill that with a spell here. Eclipse Chamber. New moon effects are always active on this floor. Silent units gain 15 additional damage on resolve. Interesting. There's our moon phase. Then I'll eat you. They're doing a lot of damage on this bottom line. Fertile Ground I can use twice, so I really do want to consume another card if I can. No other cards I consume here at the moment. Alright, Fertile Ground first. Perfect. And then again. So I don't manage to keep my fungi through this, but I will be keeping Bolete. And that is really what matters. I want to summon Truffles right now, but I don't have a unit that I can... I don't want to put it on the top floor and limit the growth of Dante. 6, 12, 12, 12, 36, 6, 42, 42, 35 is 77. So one more Eager Conscript is still not enough. It will be 1 health short at that point. Yeah, so this just has to be play a candle and watch it go. And that was honestly very helpful. Huge amount of propagates off the back of that. If I can keep a fun guy alive through a round, oh boy. Things are gonna get real dark soon. Curse of Entropy. Ephemeral. Place sap forward all friendly units on all floors. Yep. I'll be doing that. I mean, granted though, it is a Scourge currently giving an additional multi... Wait, is it giving an additional multi-strike? Dante? Dante? On summon, it gains that multi-strike, right, so it doesn't. I mean, I really want the fun guy to be able to survive something. It's just I don't think that's going to happen right now. Bloody Moon on the back line immediately, so I don't have to deal with it. Oops. Actually, I'm going to roll back to the top of the turn. I have a Bloody Moon with lowered cost in my hand, which I should use instead. Give me a little bit more mana to work with for the rest of the turn. Yeah, I can totally sap all my units. It really doesn't matter. Ooh, you construct. Cool. 51. Oh, no. But that'll be enough. And then the candle, conscripts, and tidal turning. Yes, I can keep the fun guy alive on the bottom line now. Let's give you a spell weakness. So now with the fun guy staying alive on the bottom line, it's going to be able to propagate its conduit. Come on, puppy. What do you got for me? Oh, another overgrown carapace. No one's really standing alone on a floor right now. That's not very appropriate. One more proliferation for that bottom line, please. Perfect. We're going to be able to grow with Dante again. Yeah. Dante's main, it's the sap on everyone that's really kind of holding their damage down at the moment, especially Dante, what with the multi-strikes. That said, that will wear out very quickly when we get to the boss rush phase. I really want to be able to play truffles. No, I don't have a way in my hand to kill my own units. Dang. No truffles for me! Ephemeral on the bottom line, hit him with Silver Strike. Silence is gone. Get down Big Boy, and now Bolete is going to have the ability to sweep through all of those units. Very important. Curse of Entropy. Get rid of those. I mean, Witch Weave doesn't really do too much right now, unfortunately. I really want truffles to be spawned. I could be getting even more equipment. Realistically, I could have multi-strike on Bolete. That's the thing to write home about there. Oh, we just applied spell weakness to you again. Not even entirely certain how he did that. They have an incant unit on the back. Hit that with Bloody Moon. Yeah, that'll be easy. Even more sweeping propagation. Oh, we've got 27 magic power just from having the troops there. How much magic power on this floor? 42, 57, and 34 as well? Good lord. Yeah, it's not really going to matter that I've got all this entropy. Yeah, when your Bloody Moon deals 162 damage, I think we'll be okay. I'm going to use Moonbeam dealing 157 to the frontline target a bunch of times in a row here. Basically because I can. Truffle gives us a piece of equipment. It's Moonlit Glaive! Oh my god. Oh my god. Moonlit Glaive is going to give an additional, 416, sorry, damage. And that tramples as well, that damage. That said, there's literally not going to be another wave of enemies. If only the Mage Blade was necessary here. Oh, okay, hang on. It will push through all of those in a single hit. Consume is to all units. Definitely don't want to do that. Your turn, buddy. All this and Dante's just standing up there on the top line just in case. I've got a full backup strategy. Fun guy fully sapped. So Bolete has to attack for 1,000 damage through all of the enemies. Oh boy. Get him, buddy. This is exactly how I thought the mushrooms would be. Very, very satisfied by the design. I'd like to explore a lot more of them, though. Card frame unlocked. You can enable this card frame in the logbook. It doesn't look like I unlocked the 5th clan here. So I might be playing Lunar Coven and... Well, actually, no. I want to play new champions wherever available. So if I've leveled up Lunar Coven to have the 2nd champion available, then I might rotate that way. Cool. Okay, so the box was giving us some of the cards that we hadn't unlocked yet. So this is the Deadly Variant, which we saw in the run. 2 Ember to consume and apply decay with 5 times the sap on the target. Verdant Cycle. The first time each turn a spell card is played with consume, draw 1. Love that. So it's consume theming, it's troop theming, it's harvests. Nice. Oh, and obviously debuffs and propagation. So stack manipulation. Gooey Flask. 1 Ember, consume, apply Sap 2 to any units, and also the World-Ending Strain. When a unit dies to decay, their decay is spread amongst enemy units. Yep. Lunar Coven gets Selena Acolyte. 2 Ember, 2 Size, Mage Blade 2. On full moon, have Sweep. Hell yeah. And the Eclipse Chamber, which we also saw there. 1 Ember, new moon effects are always active in this room. Silent units gain 15 additional damage on resolve. That's unfortunate. Covenant rank 4. Bosses have increased damage and health. Non-flying bosses have an additional mechanic. And also we mastered 15 different cards there. So because we did not unlock the Lazarus League, for whom I need to attach more equipment, I'll rotate in the next episode to play Pyreborn as my main clan, using the new champion that we unlocked from getting Pyreborn to level 5, and then I'll put Underlegion as my second. Underlegion? Maybe Lunar Coven is... No, Lunar Coven is my... Underlegion. I just want to get them to 5. I'll try and focus on equipment as well, if that's possible, just so that I can try and boost our progress towards the Lazarus League. Let's head back to the outpost. Nothing particularly unlocked in that run, but what's this? The Tipsy Imp.
Waiter, give me a tall glass of moist potpourri.
Moist potpourri at this hour, soldier.
General, I was just...
Don't get your gills in a twist, soldier. I'll join you.
Sir?
You're not the only one who needs a little bit of the old liquid rot. Why are you here, soldier?
These banished folk, they...
They teased you again, didn't they?
Worse, they laughed at me, and I had my most fearsome war cap on. Don't they know that I'm a warrior to be feared?
I know that, soldier. We fought together in the Putrid Clearing.
Then why?
I believe they think your battle dance is
Yes?
cute, soldier. They call it cute.
Cute? My battle footwork is cute?
Downright adorable.
They'll never take me seriously, will they?
I'm sorry, soldier.
General, hand me the potpourri bottle.
Trigger an optional dialogue at the Covenant Outpost. We got Tell Me More as an achievement for that. In the next run, we'll hope to unlock even more of that. Until then, though, my name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left of the series playlist for a lot of content on this game, past, present, and future YouTube recommendations are down below, streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thanks to and a special thanks this episode to Eloise. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves and hopefully see you all next time.